Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notification.
Hello students. Now we'll discuss about the next phylum of the animal kingdom, which is Echinodermata. So let's start our topic on Echinodermata. Echinodermata. सबसे पहले इस नाम का मीनिंग देखते हैं. Echinos means spiny and dermata means skin. Dermata words comes from the dermis. So it means that spiny skinned. So these are the spiny skinned animals. They have spiny skin. So they are spiny skinned animals. This is about their name. Now about their habitat. अगर हम बात करें, these are marine. The animals which are found in this phylum are marine animals, and we can say that they are exclusively marine because all the echinoderms are found into the sea water. So they are exclusively marine and the benthic organism. Benthic means which are found onto the sea floor. यानी कि जो sea है, sea का जो level है, सबसे नीचे का हिस्सा है, floor है या sea bed जो है, उस पे present रहते हैं. That's why they are known as benthic. So they are benthic. Like example अगर हम देखें, example starfish always crawl onto the sea beds या सी फ्लोर पे क्रॉल करती है, बिल्कुल बेस में प्रेजेंट होती है वाटर के. सो दे आर मरीन एंड बेंथिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स. नॉर्मल जर्नल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स की अगर बात करें तो दीज आर ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक एंड दे हैव organ system level of organization. That is the understood thing. Triploblastic means 3 germ layers are there: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, and organ system level is there. So like all other phylums, जैसे कि हम पढ़ते आ रहे हैं कि जैसे सब आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, हमें organ system मिला था. After the platyhelminthes, organ system level is there. So they have also organ system level or organization is there. Okay, now let's talk about their symmetry. That is very important point. अगर हम इनकी body symmetry की बात करें, body symmetry, they are radially symmetrical organisms. They are radially symmetrical. अब बात करो, एक बार पीछे से हम रिकैप करते हैं कि हमने क्या क्या सिमेट्रीज देखी थी. Like in the case of Porifera, they are asymmetrical organism. Then we discussed about the Ctenophora and Cnidaria. These two phylums, Cnidaria and Ctenophora, they have the radial symmetry. But after this, the platyhelminthes and so on, we found the bilateral symmetry. But here is the exception. The organism of this phylum or animals of this phylum shows radial symmetry. They have radial symmetry, but their larvae show bilateral symmetry. The larvae show bilateral symmetry. So this is very important point कि adult जो होते हैं वो radial symmetry show करते हैं, जबकि जो इनके larvae हैं, these larvae show bilateral symmetry, and इनके जो larvae होते हैं वो bilateral symmetry show करते हैं. But adult echinoderms, they show radial symmetry. Okay, in the case of starfish, we can say that they show pentamerous radial symmetry. Pentamerous radial symmetry. Starfish जो होती है वो pentamerous radial symmetry show करती है. But like other echinoderms, they show radial symmetry. Pentamerous is known as because they have the 5 arms. 5 arms होंगी and they can be crossed or they can be divided into the 2 equal halves from almost all the planes that pass through their center. सेंटर की जो प्लेट है वहां से क्रॉस करते हुए उन्हें हम आसानी से डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. तो वहां पे एक स्पेशल टर्म हम यूज करते हैं इन द केस ऑफ स्टारफिश, that they show pentamerous radial symmetry. And this is very important point. Many times this question is asked that in which phylum the adults show the radial symmetry whereas the larvae show bilateral symmetry. So the answer would be echinoderms. So it is very important points. Okay, now let's talk about their coelom. They have two coelom, and from their coelom they have the water vascular system is developed. यहाँ पे एक और important characteristic feature है, that is they have water vascular system. They have water vascular system, and this water vascular system is developed through their cilium. This system is very important. Like in the case of porifera, we found that there is the water canal system. वहाँ पे water canal system था. But in echinoderms, the water vascular system is found, and this system do many functions like transportation of food, excretion, etc. All the important functions are performed by this water vascular system, and this is very much important characteristic feature of these echinoderms. This water vascular system opens on the surface of the echinoderms, यानी कि जो ऊपर की surface होती है, that is the ventral surface, वहाँ पे open होगा through a button-like structure. एक button-like structure से open होता है, and this button-like structure is known as metroporite. Metroporite. This is the button-like structure through which the water vascular system open outsides. And for the locomotion, another important point, for locomotion they have tubular foot or tube foot like structure. ये tube foot क्या है? These tube foots are also the part of this water vascular system. They are also formed by the water vascular system, and these are the structure which work onto the hydraulic pressure system. Means they can contract and they can expand according to the hydraulic pressure. That is, तो एक तरीके से सर्कल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होती हैं जो इनके फुट पे प्रेजेंट रहती हैं. विद द हेल्प ऑफ दीज सर्कल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर दे कैन बी मूव. सो नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट देयर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम की अगर हम बात करते हैं, दिस डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम इज कंप्लीट डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. दे हैव कंप्लीट डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम विद माउथ एंड एनस, दोनों ही चीजें होंगी. उससे इनका जो डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम है वो कहलाएगा कंप्लीट डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. In the case of starfish, or generally if we talk about the echinoderms, or especially the example starfish, the mouth part is present at their ventral side, whereas the anus is found at the dorsal side or the upper side. Like if you imagine that this is the starfish, this ventral side they have, or ventral lower side, they have their mouth part, whereas at their anus is present at the dorsal side or the upper side. This lower side is also known as oral side, and this upper side is also known as aboral side. So oral, aboral, or you can call it the ventral and dorsal. So ventral side they have mouth, and at the anus side or at the dorsal side they have anus. This metroporite is also present at their aboral side or at their dorsal side. ऊपर की तरफ ही present होता है ये metroporite, जो कि एक opening system है water vascular system का, through which the water can be entered inside. इसी के through water अंदर enter करेगा. This water system has another name also. We can call it ambulacral system. So this is the another name which we can use for the water vascular system. Okay, digestive system is complete. Mouth is present at the ventral side or the lower side, whereas the anus is found at the dorsal side. So this is about their digestive system. Now let's come on to the circulatory system. Circulatory system की अगर हम बात करें, the circulatory system is open circulatory system. They do not have closed circulatory system. It's an open circulatory system without any pigment. They have no pigment. कोई pigment भी present नहीं होता. Even we can say that they do not have any pumping organ also. कोई heart जैसा pumping organ भी नहीं है. Because यहाँ पे किसी भी तरीके की gases exchange या gas transportation की जरूरत ही नहीं होती. Gases exchange जो होता है, this gases exchange is done by this tube fit. जो tube fit जो structure है इनके through ही हो जाता है, and they have some another structure also. बहुत सारे different types की structures मिलती हैं. Echinodermata is very big phylum, and different animals have different type of gases exchange structure. But tube fit is found almost in all echinoderms, through which they can do their gases exchange also. So proper type of circulatory system is not required. Most important thing is that excretory system की अगर हम बात करें, they do not have any excretory system. कोई excretory system यहाँ पे present नहीं है. Again, the reason is same. No excretion is required because they are marine. They live in the water and they can excrete their waste product in the form of ammonia. So they are ammonotile. They are अमोनोटैलिक ऑर्गेनिज्म। अमोनोटैलिक है मींस अमोनिया को रिलीज करना है, पानी के अंदर रिलीज करना है। इट कैन बी डायरेक्टली रिलीज थ्रू दिस ट्यूफिट, ट्यूफिट के थ्रू ही डायरेक्टली रिलीज की जा सकती है। सो दे डू नॉट रिक्वायर एनी एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम ऑल्सो। So there is no excretory system in this organism. कोई proper excretory system यहाँ पे present नहीं है। Now let's talk about the nervous system. In their nervous system they have two ring-like structure. Two ring-like structures are there. These are known as nerve rings. इन्हें हम बोलते हैं nerve rings. From these nerve rings the nerves also arises, and these two nerve rings are found. One is at the side of oral side, and another one found at the aboral side. So one is oral side and another will be aboral side. So these two nerve rings make their nervous system. Now let's talk about their reproductive system. अगर हम reproductive system की बात करें, that system they have means sexes are separate. In this echinoderms, the sexes are separate, but there is no clear-cut identification or separation of these means. Both of these two sexes they look alike. आप ये देख के नहीं बता सकते which one is a male starfish and which one is a female starfish. So sexes are separate, but they look alike. Both type of sexes they look alike. Fertilization is external. They have external fertilization, and development is indirect. Development indirect है means they have the larvae, and in the echinodermate we can find different type of larvae, and the most important larva of the echinoderms is bipinnaria larva. Bipinnaria larva. This is free swimming larva. This is the most important. बाकी बहुत varieties के larvas यहाँ पे form होते हैं अलग अलग echinoderms के अंदर. See, there is one important or interesting means characteristics of these echinoderms which is known as autotomy. Autotomy. What is this autotomy means? Autotomy means that releasing their body parts in their defense purpose. Suppose starfish को किसी भी predator ने पकड़ लिया है, catch कर लिया है, then it can release its body parts, its arms. वो अपनी आर्म को छोड़ के वहां से रिलीज करके अपनी डिफेंस के लिए बच के भाग सकती है. This structure is known as autotomy. अगर हमने starfish की सभी आर्म्स को कट कर दिया और सिर्फ एक आर्म और सेंट्रल जो vascular system है, जो प्लेट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है, जस्ट वो रिमेन रह जाए, then the starfish can grow all its 5 arms. सभी दोबारा नई 5 arms यानी कि complete 5 arms grow करवा सकती है. This structure is known as autotomy. So this is about these echinoderms, and this autotomy is almost found in many echinoderms. It's very important characteristic feature of echinodermates. Okay, in the case if we discuss about the examples of these echinoderms, examples में अगर हम देखते हैं, examples is sea urchin, and the most important that one is the starfish. This is the example of echinoderms, and the sea cucumbers. Okay, in the case of sea cucumber we will discuss that sea cucumber के अंदर एक बहुत important चीज देखने को मिलती है, that is known as evisceration. Evisceration is the term in which we can visceration पहले viscera और visceral organs are the organs of our abdominal cavity. हमारे abdominal cavity के जो organs है वो कहलाते हैं visceral organs, like stomach, intestines and all these are the visceral organs. So evisceration is the process or is the thing in which we can say that these organs are released out. This is very interesting characteristic feature of sea cucumber. सी कुकुम्बर जो होता है अपनी बॉडी के इन विस्ट्रल ऑर्गन्स को बाहर यानी कि स्टमक को, इंटेस्टाइन को बॉडी के बाहर रिलीज कर सकता है, एंड दिस इज नोन एज evisceration. यानी दैट इज आल्सो फॉर द डिफेंस पर्पस. सपोज समवन हैज कैच दिस सी कुकुम्बर, देन सी कुकुम्बर विल रिलीज इट्स इंटरनल ऑर्गन को रिलीज कर देगा ताकि वो जो भी प्रेडेटर है वो उन्हीं में बिजी हो जाए और वो अपनी जान बचा के आसानी से बच के भाग जाए. So this is evisceration. So here we discussed some general characteristics and some important characteristics of echinodermates. Like these are known as spiny skin animals because they have spines as their exoskeleton. यहाँ पे हम लिख सकते हैं कि इनका जो exoskeleton होता है, exoskeleton is made up of spines. स्पाइंस का फॉर्म है, जबकि जो इनका एंडोस्केलेटन होता है, द एंडोस्केलेटन, दे हैव एंडोस्केलेटन आल्सो, एंड दिस एंडोस्केलेटन इज calcareous एक्टोस्केलेटन, एंड दिस इज नॉन एज ऑसिकल्स, और इन्हें हम बोलते हैं ऑसिकल्स। कैल्केरियस प्लेट्स का बना हुआ स्केलेटन है जो कि कहलाता है ऑसिकल्स। सो स्पाइनी एक्सोस्केलेटन एंड ऑसिकल्स फॉर्म और कैल्केरियस endoskeletons they have. And the important thing about their symmetry, the adult echinoderms always show radial symmetry. In the case of starfish, it is known as pentamerous radial symmetry, whereas the larvae show bilateral symmetry. Next important thing about their water vascular system. The water vascular system is very important characteristic feature of these echinoderms, and it do lots of functions. This water vascular system is also known as ambulatory system also, that is another name, and it opens through a button like structure which is known as metroporite. This metroporite is a button like structure through which the water vascular system opens and water enters through this system. And water जो है ना एक कैनाल सिस्टम बनाता है, ये वाटर वास्कुलर सिस्टम अंदर जाके एक कैनाल जैसी स्ट्रक्चर्स बनती है. दे हैव रेडियल कैनाल्स, दे हैव रिंग कैनाल्स, एंड दे हैव लिटरल कैनाल्स आल्सो. And finally, this water vascular system is related with the tube feet, that is their locomotory structure through which they can do the locomotion. And they have autotomy, means they can release their body parts, or they can generate their body parts through if they lost their body parts. कोई भी लोस्ट पार्ट से कंप्लीट अपनी स्ट्रक्चर को फॉर्म कर सकते हैं. एंड दे इन दी सी कुकुम्बर वी कैन सी द इंपॉर्टेंट स्ट्रक्चर दैट इज evisceration, that is releasing of their internal organs outside. So this is about some important characteristics feature, and important thing that is about their larva also. They show varieties of larva, and the most important larva is Pineria larva. Pineria larva, that is the most famous echinodermics larva. And that's all about the echinodermis. In the next video, we will discuss about the next phylum, which is